Good morning, Nick from Meat Smoke Fire here for week number 400. No, we did that joke last week. So this week, a little bit different. I say that every week, don't I? We are doing skewers this week. There's a book that's come out called Skewered by Marcus Borden, who runs one of the forums online, and it's a cracker. So I thought I'd do some skewers. And also because we launched the LetzQ Tandoor ring, which is a set of skewers for the big green egg. So that's why we're doing skewers today. So we're going to do, rather than 3 dishes, 5 or 6 dishes today. Lots of little ones. We've done lots of prep. So you'll see what we're going to do as we go through it. Right, as usual. By the way, look, thank you.
Nearly dropped that.
No, we're fine. Andy, in shorts.
Zip up.
It's warm. Hooray! Yeah, thank you for bearing with us. Yesterday was pretty horrible, so we moved it. We've got Helena, our mama, at the Blaze unit. Helena's typing away, so you should be able to see everything coming up. So yeah, right, let's crack on.
Okay.
There you go, Andy.
Chart.
Right, 6 different dishes. I'm not very good at finger bit, am I? I do that wrong every week. Right, so 6 different dishes. We are going to do a Parmjit's chicken tikka. So we've done it before, so we've got it ready. It's on the website already, the recipe, but we're going to do it with the new tandoor ring. So let's have a look at this. So this is the new tandoor ring. It goes with the sets of skewers, which are already loaded up. And the idea is you take your regulator off your egg, pop this on the top. Because it's got a limited diameter, it restricts a bit of airflow, and you do the rest with your draft door. But you hang the skewers from these and you hang them down inside your egg. And I know I've said, why would you do that in the past? And I've poo-pooed the idea because people have been hanging skewers over the edge of their egg. But because you're restricting that airflow a little bit, you've got that temperature control. So, and we had to go with this on last night, Friday night, whenever. Awesome. So if I got it all wrong, I'll own up. I got it all wrong. So I like it. So yeah, and you guys seem to like it because I think there's 1 left in stock. So unfortunately, I didn't realise they'd be that popular. So we will order a stack more. But yeah, 1 left in stock. But so let's we'll come back to that. But we're going to get cracking first with a duck dish. So I've got in my egg here. We've just got a cast iron pan. I'm going to do some duck in there. I don't even need olive oil. Why am I doing that? I've got 2 duck breasts. I've already scored them, and I just want to crisp up the skin a bit. So they're going in there. I don't want to cook the duck yet. I just want to crisp up the skin, render a bit of that fat. So we'll get that in, get those going, get that done. Right. So that's the duck dish we're going to do. We are going to do some duck kebabs with a sriracha and honey drizzle, and this comes from, better get the books. Right, we're using 2 books today, and I will link them from my site, and if you can use those links, that's great, because I'll probably get about 4p for that one and about 3.5 for that one. But the 2 books we're using today, and all of these recipes are from here or a derivative of them. The first one is the one I talked about, Skewered by Marcus. Great guy, runs the UK barbecue school that's just reopened down in Devon. He's got a brand new location, but cracking book. And I've always said about fire and food, his other book, food and fire, even the other way around. I always get it wrong. But yeah, really like that. So I'll put a link up. If you can click on that to go to Amazon and buy it, that'd be great. And then the other one that arrived this week is the brand new Big Green Egg cookbook by James Wetler, who runs Cabrito, the goat meat company. I had a little bit of input into this, I like to think. There is a chapter in here, or several recipes in here, if I can find them. They all got a cook number from 1 right through to 12. And when I met with James and his publisher, I said, you need to put this in your book this way, so that you get people who've got an egg to start with the easy stuff and work up to the most difficult recipe. And guess what recipe is number 12? brisket, as I say every time. It's the hardest thing to do. When you get your egg, do not do brisket the first time you cook. So there you go. But some cracking recipes in here, and we're doing recipes from here and Marcus's book today. And I will link both of these on the site. I tried to do it this morning and messed it up. It's been all a bit... Anyway, there we are. Right, let's have a little look at our duck. So I don't want to cook it, but what I do want to do is get the fat so it's just cooked a little bit, rendered a little bit, not too much. So that's perfect. So while that's going on, let's go over there. Ready, Andy?
Yeah, I'm all over this.
Right, I'm going to take off, and I wouldn't advise you normally do this, but we're going to take off the regulator. Put it somewhere, you can put it down, and what we do is put this on top. Now you'll see it's got 3 prongs. It's designed to fit into eggs with this size chimney, so it won't fit the Minimax, but it just sits on the top. Those prongs lips go in there, and then what you can do is take your kebabs. This is a chicken thigh using Parmjit's chicken tikka. And you can lower it through the hole in the middle and put it off to one side. Simple as like that. Same with the next one. So you need them to be a little bit down the chimney. We'll put that one over there. Now you won't get to see what it looks like in there, because 1, you should never look down the chimney of an egg, and 2, I can't open it once they're in there. So they're in there. It's up about 250, 300, so like a tandoor, you want it nice and hot. So that recipe is already on my site. This is lamb neck fillet in a green tandoori recipe, green tandoori marinade. This is in Marcus's book, I think.
No, green is...
Oh, this is his green egg book, right? This is James's book, but he does it with chicken. We're doing it with lamb neck fillet. So I'm going to put those 6 in there. So it'll hold up to 6 of these, and we'll just leave those cooking. They're going to take about 20 minutes, something like that.
Okay, so Frank has asked,
yes,
what stops the pieces of meat sliding off?
Oh, well, I'll grab one of the cold ones. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but can you see this little dimple? They're pressed every so often so that the skewer goes back like that, and it will stop them falling off.
Sorry.
Friction.
I missed that demonstration. Just, yeah.
Friction.
Oh,
hello.
that was
the
sauce.
Yeah. So friction. Right, let me just
Yeah.
mop that sauce up, otherwise I'll tread it everywhere and I won't be popular. The patio is sealed, so we're all right. But right, so set the timer for 20 minutes. Right, so we've got that going. We've got a duck going. So let's get our duck. Oh, perfect. Right, rendered a bit. That's what I'm after. So I'm just going to take these off, the whole thing. And we'll take this over here. Right, and let that cool a little bit. In fact, I will take those off and put them on my chopping board. Like that, just to cool down. I don't want to cook them anymore. What we're going to do with these, look at the colour. We are going to put them onto the LetzQ spits. So we're going to use the Weber skewer system. We're going to cut them up a bit like picanha, thread them on and spin those. They'll be good. Right, while that's going on, you wanted something Caribbean. We are going to come back to Caribbean week. We were going to do it, and then the weather looked disastrous, and I just thought I'm not making pastry for patties and stuff in the rain. But we did have Darren here this week doing my electrics. So I don't know if he's on. He's got a fun. It's D something. He might be on. But he put all my electrics in ready for our pergola. And Darren's parents are both from the Caribbean, so we thought we'd better do one since he said he was going to watch. So we've got monkfish, because you've all asked for monkfish before, only a little bit, but we've got it in some coconut milk, some Caribbean spices, which I will get from Helena and tell you in a minute, because I made it up this morning, and I'll never remember what I put in there. Some allspice, some chilli, some cumin, some
Jerk.
a little bit of jerk that we had, but we've got that in there. So we've been marinating these a bit, and now we're going to put these on skewers. So this is where I start to get messy. So I've got some big green egg bamboo skewers. I think these are still available. I have a whole load, so I will put them in my shop. But we're just going to go through the monkfish, get this onto these. This monkfish, I think I got ripped off. Anyway, thanks, Andy.
Sorry.
That was £5 for that little bit of monkfish. Oh, I've got 2 skewers there. Sorry, saw me coming. Right. So monkfish going onto these. And if you've got any questions, let Helena know, and we will.
I think
So-
we probably just sold the last of the skewers.
Oh.
So,
We will get more.
Peter is on, I think.
Peter, if you're on from LetzQ in Holland, can I have 200 more? The order will be with you tomorrow. Yeah, we sold. I bought 40 and they're gone. So I only put them on the website yesterday morning, and it's just gone mad. The idea was we'd launch them on the cook, but that didn't work, did it? Anyway, yeah, the wooden skewers have been soaked, so those are now ready. So they're going to be nice. So that's our monkfish, Caribbean monkfish. I'm going to put those on in a little while. Just going to turn this egg down a tiny bit. Sorry, Andy.
Right.
And then we'll. Right, should be able to get those lamb done now. So, but that's those ready. Ooh. So, with the duck, I'm going to cut it into strips that we get in a reasonable size. So about 1.5 centimetres wide, like that. So good chunks. Now it's not done yet. So 5 bits there. Now, that one's slightly more, so maybe we'll just do 2. So what we're going to do is try and bend these a little, so they look a bit like picanha when you put them on. So can you see I've curved it round? So we'll load these up. Might only do 2 skewers worth. Try not to skewer your fingers. 2. And then we're going to cook these, and then we're going to put a sriracha and honey. Now sriracha is a Indonesian chili sauce. But I might make 3. 3 will work. So there's 1. Sorry, this isn't exciting. So who have we got on, Helena, while I'm doing the boring stuff?
Peter from LetzQ said they sold out the skewers at the moment.
Oh God, Peter, get on it. Right, apologies people, launched a product, sold out in a day.
So we've got quads and quinoa, we've got Franco, we have got LetzQ, we've got...
Hang on, we might need to go over there, Andy, so
Okay.
otherwise they won't be able to hear.
Right, here you
Start
go.
that again, Helena.
Okay, so we have got quads and quinoa, we have Franco, we have the Wood Metal Company, we've got Ali, we've got Northern Coals, we've got Maize Barbecue, we've got
Loads of new ones.
Paul, Mindful Belly's on today.
Morning, Paul.
Jason is on, Mum.
Hello, Jason.
Jason's on. Soph's on. Chow Time Bites, Cab Brighton, Ben Slater Farming, Hugo, Ian Bevan, Gary, I think I saw Gary Brindley, M Dizzle Dog, Matt Barnard, Mark Farah, photography. Meet Ben has been on and had to hop off.
So Meet Ben is the general manager at Big Green Egg, and I had a meeting with him this week.
And he was very happy that you liked the book.
Yeah.
Tom Smith, GBS 1971. I can't remember who that is. No, I can't remember who that is. Barbecue Fest.
Wow.
Best You. The Rusty Barbecue Company. Wendy Obanell. Ed Stoneham.
Jeez. Welcome,
Barbecue
everybody.
Medic. Adam WB.
Right.
Black's Backyard Barbecue.
Wow. So what I'm doing, I've just I've put all of these skewers on. I've put the skin side out because I do want it to crisp up a little bit more. I've just put them on the Weber system on the LetzQ, so they're dripping everywhere. But I think Marcus would approve of that one. That is a skewer set, and they're just going to whiz round. We'll probably give them, yeah, we'll see, 5 or 10 minutes. So, first lot on over there.
Okay.
Let's go and have a look. Let's have a look at what they're looking like. So, this has gone really hot, so because I'm not paying attention. So you do need, because the top's open, you do need to control it with the bottom. So these are going to be, but that's fine, cooking nicely. So I've just turned it down because it's way up at 350. 300's good, 350's a bit hot. I've restricted the air, and look, it's already going down. So you do have temperature control here that you wouldn't have if you didn't have, you know, if the opening was bigger, I think. But hey, it's working. Right, they need a few more minutes. So we've got these are fish kebabs. We have, this one is from Marcus's book. These are gnocchi. This is Marcus's, isn't it? Yeah. So we put them on cocktail sticks. We did these last night. They are epic. However, we learnt a lesson. It doesn't say it in Marcus's book, but if you pop your gnocchi into hot water for a minute to cook a little bit, they won't fall apart when you put the cocktail sticks through. If you take them straight out of the packet, if they're packet ones, and that's probably the issue, you put the skewer through and they'll all fall apart. So cook them for a minute, and then what we've done is we've put these have got olive oil on them, they've got salt on them and pepper on them, that's it. And then we're going to pop these onto our egg. So in here we've got, I've set it up, we've got a cast iron grid on one side, we've got the cast iron plancher on the other, and I'll do the gnocchi on the plancher because that works really well. And I will do the monkfish the other way. And the beauty of having the plancher is you can put the handle part of the stick over the plancher and it won't burn off. How's that for a technique?
Love it.
Right, what am I missing? Oh, we've got to get on the breads. So let me just wipe this down. So we are going to make, with our curried bits, we're going to make some paratha, which are an Indian flatbread. And as you might have guessed, by the fact I haven't yet started, they're super easy, really quick, and we've done them twice now and love them. And these are out of the Big Green Egg cookbook. So James's recipe, James Wetler. I had these in India. I've never made them here, but it's super simple. So 500 grams of just plain flour. Into that, we are going to pop, and they've mixed together as we carried them, but you'll have to trust me, there is a teaspoon of sugar and half a teaspoon of sugar and a teaspoon of salt there. So we're just going to pop that in there. I have got 300 grams of water, which I'll just mix these up a bit. I'm going to get messy doing it, but the water's going to go straight in, and then we're going to mix it up. I'm going to use my fingers. Just make a really quick dough. Now these don't rise that much, but I was thinking if you wanted them to puff up a tiny bit, you could add a little bit of baking powder into them. But we've not tried it yet, but we did think about it. So I'm just pulling this dough together. Can you see that, Andy?
Mm-hmm.
The ducks are back, by the way.
Yeah, see if we can-
Up on the top.
yeah.
They come and roost on our roof at this time of year.
Well, they know we got his cousin on one of these, but one of
Yeah.
these eggs.
Yeah, we didn't shoot one off the roof to do this dish. I actually did buy it from Tesco or wherever it was. Sainsbury's. Right. So I'm just going to knead it together just to get it smooth. But we're not trying to form glutens on this. This isn't a glutinous bread base. There he goes. We'll just get this nice and smooth, and then we leave it for about 5 minutes, just for it to soak that water through the dough, and then we'll make some paratha. So paratha, basically just a bit of this dough, and then we're gonna, it's almost like millefeuille. Oh God, you never guess I went to uni in Bordeaux, would you? Anyway, lots of layers, but we're going to roll those out so that can go back in and just sit for 5 minutes. I'm just going to give my hands a wash.
And you don't need to cover it or anything because it doesn't need.
5 minutes. It's not going to help that much.
Okay.
It's not going to dry out really. Right. What I don't want to do is overcook those duck. So we'll get the sauce ready for the duck because they're going to be first off. Now obviously I've read the recipe and practiced this one. Not. So we're just going to make it up. Right. So while the dough sits there, we've got a little pot. Got my sriracha, which is just a chili sauce. I'll get a good amount. Ooh, put that on the patio now.
No.
Get some of that in there. I'm going to put roughly the same amount of honey in. Should have read this. Get my basting brush, just give it a mix up. Oh, put it
You
everywhere.
is slopping it everywhere,
Oh,
man.
where's that? It's come out the side of the thing. That's why. Oh, that's nice. Oh, sorry. It's come out the side of the tub, but that's delish. Right. So I'm just going to get that warmed up a bit. So I'm going to pop it. Put that hanging over the back. I'll just pop it in here for a minute. Remind me that's hot when I go to grab the handle. I know what I'm like.
Yep.
Right. Let's have a look at our duck. Yeah. So about 180 degrees. It's going around nicely. I'm going to say they're pretty much done. Don't want to do too much more. They are done. They were quick. So I'm glad I did the skins beforehand. Yeah. Right. Get these bad boys off. In fact, let me. We'll do a little bit of dripping. Wasn't me. Right. So the first lot. Clear this a bit. Yeah. Thank you, Andy.
Right.
Actually need one of those.
Yeah. Or both to.
Right. So let's take these off. There we go. So I'll put them on here, and then we'll baste them. Delish. Right, let's go and give that a little mix behind you.
Handle.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's gone steaming already. Good, right, done.
Are those little pots still in stock?
They're not at the moment,
Oh.
unfortunately. So we're just putting the honey and sriracha glaze on there. Gonna flip them all over. Put that down.
Mind your seats.
Yeah.
Someone's just asked why not marinate the duck before finishing.
You could. Yeah. It's not the way Marcus's recipe. Is it Marcus's recipe? I think so.
He did. I think he left it on and.
Oh well. We didn't. We've done it this way. So there you go. And now I'm gonna, just because that's what Marcus does in the book. There you go. How's that look? So that's the first recipe. Right. I'll turn this one off now because we're done. Right. Let's go for this one. So, in fact, maybe
What are you
let's do
thinking?
the
The bread.
paratha. Yeah, let's do the bread first.
Yep.
Get them ready and then we'll put these on so it's all
Okay.
warm at the end. Probably the best way. I'll just pop that over there. Give this a little tidy. Right, to go on our bread, I need some melted butter. So I've got another little pot. You can use any cast iron pot, obviously. I might have one of those in stock, one. So whoever emails me first, £427. Right. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of the cast iron stuff and the metal stuff that Big Green Egg do comes from China, and it's just proving quite difficult for them at the moment. So I'm just going to do 2 of these. So, in fact, ball it up. This will make 8, by the way. So, right, perfect for our 2. So I'm just going to get it ball shaped, roughly. Same with this one. Right. And we're going to roll these out. Now you want to get these nice and thin, because what we're going to do is we're then going to paint them with that melted butter. Oops. Doesn't matter if you mess them up a little bit. It's easier when you've got a chopping board that hasn't got a dim groove in it. Note to self, not the best chopping board to roll on. Right, how do we think our skewers are going to be? I think they'll probably.
I've got 20 minutes on
Yeah.
the dart.
Yeah.
And then,
No, it's the skewers. But
It's
yeah, we're good.
you.
We're good.
and then another one at 11:45.
Okay.
That's almost there.
Yeah. The duck was the 10-minute. Those skewers have probably been 20. We'll go and have a look at them once we've done this. Because I need to get the pizza baking stone warmed up, which I could do in that egg, couldn't I? Why don't I do that? Just to speed it all
You
up.
just
Right.
turned it off though.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
It'll
Good
relight.
hot.
Let's have a look at these. It's
Okay.
smoking nicely. We're down to 250, which is roughly where I want to be. 250, 300.
Oh.
Look at that. Now,
I'm not sure if I can see. I do apologise. It's quite bright.
so these will not be done in the middle. They are 55 degrees. So, but we're going to put them into a curry sauce. They're looking good.
Mhm.
Those will be done because they're smaller. 70. I'm going to take these out. These are neck, so they could have a little bit more. But I'm going to use the chicken tikka in a sauce. So what I will do is, I've got the exact setup I want in this cupboard. So I'll go and put it over on that egg.
Okay, meet you over there.
Yeah. And that is the timer going. So 1 second. Done. Right. Turn that off. I'm just going to put it on the back for now. We'll take that out in a minute. We're going to take the LetzQ out. Put that down the side. And now start getting our pizza stone warmed up for our paratha. I want it to be about 250, 280, 300. So opening it up quite a lot on the top and probably about halfway on the bottom. Yeah?
Mhm.
And that will start heating up that baking stone. So perfect. Right, let me grab my glove and get our
Butter.
butter.
Can I just check? That butcher's block is now end of line, isn't it?
Huh?
The butcher's block's end of line.
End of line. Unfortunately, a lot of this stuff, nobody wanted them, and now I started using them, and everyone wants them. Yeah, unfortunately, they're out of line. But Ben is, I think, going to look. Can't guarantee for an alternative. So, I'm just painting these with the melted butter, or you could use ghee, which essentially is the same thing. Okay. I'm going to pop that down there on a trivet, and then we're going to roll these up nice and tight into cigar shapes. Okay, and then I'm just going to stretch them out a bit and then roll them up, and James I think says like a snail. So that's what I thought like a snail looks like. Get them going. Don't know if James is on, he said he might come on. Right. There we go.
Skewers off with nothing.
We haven't put anything on there
There's
yet.
nothing on yet. Yeah. So then squash them down with your hand.
Sorry, I've got a...
Wasp. Go
Yep.
wasp.
Sorry, people.
So squash them down by hand, roll them out again. So it's just going to give them some layers. Now you can see the butter coming out of them. Might need a bit more flour in here. But they've now got layers because they've got that butter in there. So we'll take that one off.
Don't know if they can see.
Yeah, difficult to see.
Oh, maybe.
But this one's like a snail. Can you see it's like that? And then of course it's rolled up like that. So there's loads of butter in there already. And again, get them nice and thin. Perfect. Just going to do the other end of that one. And they're now ready for that that baking stone to get nice and hot, which I should have done a bit earlier, but that's fine. Right, time for a drink. Any questions, Helena?
No, they've been mainly stock questions so far.
So things in and out of stock at Big Green Egg. Acacia tables, there are some. Premium mahogany tables gone end of line, so that's been retired. There will be a replacement. Don't know much about it. Metal nests, integrated nest and hand are fine. The modular nest, not many left, some more coming in, some in June, but the expansion for the modular nest out of stock and will be for a while. So yeah, if you want a big table surface, that isn't your option at the moment. The only option really is the acacia table, or a vase, of course. What
And
else is?
why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah. Goes really nicely with the stove. No, anyway. Right, let's get some other things cooking. So let's do the gnocchi. So I'm going to put a little bit of oil on here. This is just olive oil. Got a nice hot metal plate. These have already got oil on them, and we're just going to pop them on. Now these were delicious last night. They're just salt and pepper for now. Ooh, 5 on that one. Who's doing the 5s? We found if you didn't cook them though, and put them on with the cocktail sticks like this, they just fell in half yesterday, so you do need to cook them a bit. So they're going on. We're going to go on with the fish. What time are we at? Yeah, go for it. So we'll go on with the fish, and I'm just going to hang the skewer end over that plate, and it will probably, ideally, not burn. So we've got those. Let's go and get those things off.
Okay.
I need a glove. Right. So here, it's a bit of a joke in our house. There is a chicken tikka recipe on the web. This isn't it. This is, what did we come up with? Sunday
22Z.
22Z or something. So this is, we've just made a curry sauce. Every week we do a curry. I make the sauce and it's different every week. So we just make up the numbers. The 22Z is, had a friend, Bob and Amanda, in San Francisco, and whenever we went there to visit, they would take us on a tour. And they always, you know, what tour is it today? It's tour 22Z or something like that. There was always a different name. So I'm just going to push these in. Now they're not cooked in the middle, but they are cooked on the outside. Get the chicken off. That's the lamb. I knew I'd do that. Don't drop it in. Look at those. So we're going to do, this will be our chicken curry. Oh, why am I putting that back?
Nice.
So we've got a chicken curry going in there. Let's go with our burrata. Oh, that one's done. You can see it's done.
Someone's cooking the chorizo and doing chorizo and red onion rolls, and they've got, how do you say the one?
Falafels.
Falafels for lunch. And
So I'm just
then
gonna put
some
these on the
tandoor
board.
chicken.
Nice.
Blaze and Charnwood stoves are on.
Morning Blaze, morning Charnwood Stove. So Charnwood are the sister company to Blaze. So they make some great wood burning stoves. These are our green lamb tandoor. So I'm putting those out. You can go on like that.
Oh, they smell really good.
They do smell good. Take that off the top. Let's go down, put that on. Get a little bit of control going. Yeah, that's
I'm
fine.
just admiring, sorry.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
cool.
just-
I'm just trying to find a cooking surface. Oh, it's right underneath. Just going to go direct. There we go. Give this a stir. Of course, these are our Tefal and Genio pans that we love. Just going to give that curry a little bit of a stir.
Smells good.
And that can go in. We'll turn the egg down a bit. Take the handle off. You don't want to burn it. Pop that there. It's all wipes down. It's great. And we'll turn this down to about 180. Perfect. Right. See where we're at. Just going to get a set of tongs. Should have oiled the grate, shouldn't I? Should know better. Thought there'll be enough in the monkfish, but ow.
Ooh.
Hut, hut, hut. Get these all flipped over. They'll char a little. They'll crisp up on the outside.
That
And
was
then
so good last night.
what we're going to do with these is put some parmesan over the top of them and some truffle oil. If you don't like truffle oil, don't worry, don't use it. But it's on these, it was just delish. Look at those. I need that baking stone over there to warm up. If not, we'll do them on here. We'll do them direct because they'll work just as fine, just as well. But the recipe is to do them on a baking stone direct. So we're at 180, so we need to go. I'm going to open it up. We'll probably do them on that, to be fair. We just haven't got the time. Right, Helena, any questions? Let's go over here.
No, so I can tell you what people are cooking. So Karen is doing a traditional roast beef, roast potatoes and Yorkshire pudding today.
Nice.
Franco's doing stuffed chicken wrapped in bacon on the LetzQ with roasted potatoes.
Cool.
Paul's doing a rack of lamb on the plate set with Greek salad, and just explain to you what we did with the cauliflower and courgette last night. So we're going to do some
Oh yeah,
chicken
we
with
did.
it.
So this is the new LetzQ basket, rotisserie basket. So the skewer goes in and it spins. What's nice about it is the spring load mechanism. It's, you know, one-handed almost, really easy. So we used this last night to do roast cauliflower. So cauliflower in Frank's hot sauce with some courgettes, and then chuck them in here, roast them for about half an hour, come out with a little bit of bite to them, then put them onto, we actually used the burrata last night, but normally put them onto tortilla, a bit of
Sour
cream
cream.
over the top, bit more chili sauce. Oh,
Bit
delicious.
of avocado.
Bit of avocado we had last night, but yeah, little taco basically. But yeah, did them in here, brilliant. And that just sits on. So another option. I've got loads of those. So, but right, where are we at? Let's stir our curry.
Someone's got their first outing with the LetzQ today. It's John up in Norfolk with his
Oh,
first,
John Pritchard.
Yeah, with
His
roast
birthday. Well, it's not his. I don't think it's even his birthday yet. It was a birthday present for from his kids. And while we're talking about birthdays, Rob's got, my brother-in-law, happy 900th birthday. He's older than I am. I don't even know how old Robbie is. But
He's
anyway.
Should I say?
We won't say. We won't say.
all
We
right,
won't
okay.
embarrass him, but significantly older than me. So happy birthday, Robin.
Yeah,
if
happy
you're
birthday,
watching.
Rob. You
I
can
don't know
also.
if he is.
Happy birthday.
Right. Let's get over here. Just getting a bit of char on there. They're looking good. Don't want to overcook these. I think they're going to be nice. Let's probe them. Put these probes down. So fish is good at about 63. So look at that, 64. Perfect. They're coming off. It's almost like I've done that before. Don't drop them.
No.
Right. So they're going on there. I think these little bad boys are good. So I'm going to pop them all on a plate. Right. We'll use this, I think. I might use the flat plate to do the burrata. So we'll pop these all on there. Look at those.
Oh, look, one that got away.
Oh, Andy. Terrible. We are looking for my... Let's bling these up a bit. So a bit of little bit of parmesan over the top of those. While they're warm, melt onto them.
Lovely.
And then a little drizzle. If you like this, go for it. If you don't worry. But a little drizzle, truffle oil. It makes all the difference. Oh, you can smell it.
Amazing.
And then we'll just going to grab these burrata and we'll do them on, well, I'll try one
Where
over
we
there,
going?
but I'm going to do them over there. One over there.
So,
Oh, that screw on, there we go.
just to recap of what was in the monkfish sauce. Do you want me to do that?
Yeah, let's go because I got to write it down because I make these things up and then forget what I put in. So I put in 6 tablespoons roughly, a glug, a pour, coconut milk, teaspoon of cumin. Let's do it that way. I haven't got my glasses on
They're
now.
by there,
That's
this is
right. Half a teaspoon of garlic powder. The recipe should be proper garlic, but I've been lazy. Half a teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, half a teaspoon of allspice, and half a teaspoon of jerk seasoning. So I put all of those in it. It tastes amazing. It's a squeeze of lime to go in there. Then chuck your chicken, monkfish in and marinate it for about an hour, and it will come out looking like that. Right, let's have a go with these. So we're going to do one over here,
Okay.
but I think it's not going to be hot enough yet, but we'll find out. So we'll pop that one on, we'll give that a couple of minutes, and we'll do the other over here on the cast iron, which is hot enough. It's going to be probably too hot, but we'll give that a go as well. Could have done it on that side as well. So those are going to rise up, and then we've still got a melted butter, which is here, and we'll paste that over the top, and then I'll put a bit of curry on them, and we'll be done. So, set of tongs. Do not want to burn this. They only need about a minute aside, probably 2 minutes, especially if you're doing them on cast iron.
Oh, look.
That one's superb. Might do it a little bit more, flip it back in a second. Let's have a look at the other one. I don't think this is as hot yet. No. Let's swap. We'll add it over here. Come on, Andy. Keep up.
Sorry, flip-flop noise.
There you go. Give those a minute. Let's go and stir our curry. Oh, all over it today, and almost on time. Oh, how's that smelling, Mama?
Very good.
See how our chicken is. Needs a little bit more, but Oh no, not far off. We did this last night. It takes literally 2 or 3 more minutes. It's at 68. Needed to be at 74. There you go. Chicken always 74. Yeah. This is chicken thigh, so if you took it higher, it would be more tender. But we haven't got the time for that. We'll leave it on there in a bit. Why am I taking the handle with me? Sorry. Flip these bad boys. Oh, look at those.
Oh, look.
Puffing up.
They look lush.
Yeah, those are puffed up, Helena. Don't need any half a teaspoon of baking powder. Right. I'm going to take one of these off and put it on that plate. Put some curry on it.
Do it.
We've got more to make, so we'll do that after the show.
Okay.
So let's see how that one is. Oh yeah, that one's perfect. So let's take this over, we'll pop it on the end. A little bit of butter over the top, like that. I'm going to go and get a bit of curry. I'll serve it. Here we go. Just pop it down there.
Smells good.
Oop, that'll do for now. I'll pop that. I'm just going to pop that back in. And no, get a bit chilly for it. Just a little bit of chilli on there. Tiny bit of coriander. Should have chopped this up. But there we go. Right, is that it?
Yeah.
I think that's it. So. Skewers. Hopefully we did well. Hopefully we've done you proud, James and Marcus. Particularly Marcus with his book Skewered. So we've got on the left. We start that end, Andy?
Yep.
We've got duck with sriracha and honey glaze, cooked like picanha. The next one along is our green tandoori lamb neck fillet. We've then got our monkfish with a Caribbean twist. We've got our gnocchi with parmesan and truffle oil. And finally, we've got a paratha with a chicken tikka, Parmigian's chicken tikka, put in a curry sauce. I think that looks pretty special. Good day's work.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
There you go, skewers. So I love them both. So I didn't want to say I liked this book until it came out and I'd seen it. Same with any book. I won't tell you I like them unless I've seen them, like them, and so on. So really, this is the best Big Green Egg book so far. So great, love it. And then Marcus's book, Marcus's work. So yeah, there you go.
Love that.
Yep.
Cool. Sorry. Those are so good. So simple.
They are really
So what are we
good.
doing next week?
I don't know. Everyone.
I don't know.
I think it's the best spread yet.
I think we must.
Oh,
Let's quit while we're ahead. Take next week off.
yeah. Nearly took this
we
week
got
off.
we got to better this one now.
Do we like doing it on Sunday? No. Saturday's better, isn't it? Yeah, Saturday's better. So
Oh yeah.
anyway.
Ian Bevan has just said check their bread.
Oh,
paratha.
bread. Oh, that one's probably nuked now. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you, Ian. I probably burnt that one to a crisp, but that's fine. I've got another 6 to go. Yeah. Oh, not so bad. That one's for the ducks. Thank you, Ian. So yeah, we will see you next week. Thanks for watching. If you've got any questions, give us a shout. I'm trying to plough through all the orders that people have put in. We've got a lot out the door already, but there's a lot being packed and going out later. Thank you to all of you who bought eggs this week. So we have got quite a few new egg family members this week, which is great. But we love doing this. Hopefully you love seeing it. So we'll see you all next week. Enjoy your cooks this afternoon in this glorious weather. See you later.